Alright. Welcome back, welcome back. I'm going to keep plugging away on my Tyrant today. Planned on doing lots of decals today. So lots of decals, that way I don't have to... I mean, I still got lots of detail to do on the carapace, which will include possibly some decals in like these areas here, over here. I figure it best just to do most of this so you don't have to watch me like spin and contort and things. Whereas the decals on everything else, that's going to be easy to see. So, for those that were here yesterday and got to see me put the Vallejo texture stuff on the base, this is what it looks like dry. It's kind of translucent, has this like color variance and stuff. So this is going to be really good when I seal it completely. And then do the resin pour for this guy. It's going to be, this foot's going to be in the resin. So, alright, so. Now the way I was shown how to do decals long ago, it's a couple ways. One, put this in a spot where you can see it. Take a little bit of water. Let's use clean water. Okay, it's probably a bit too much though, but we'll work with that. Alright, so we're going to get first use a technical hard coat, or technical art coat, as it were, to get the surface prepped for the decals. So, for these guys here, I want to see what do I want to get on there. That big thing that's going to be too big. So, do I have a white star? Do I have a white 8-pointed star? Not really. Lots of red ones. I could try throwing some red stars in there. Let's see how those turn out. That's part with the chaos decals is it's not an exact science. It's chaos, so everything's a little. Put this over here so it don't spill out accidentally. It's chaos and everything's chaosy, so it's not exactly. I don't have to be like, oh, it's got to be perfectly here. So. We're going to do a technical hard coat first. There's a dreaming puppy. We're just going to let it sit there and watch her sleep barf. Burf. Of course, why do I look so out of focus? I seem soft focus. I don't know why. That's gonna bug me. I might load up the camera software and see what's going on with the new face cam. See how it goes. Because I need to let this hard coat dry completely because I'm going to be getting that wet. So it'll take a moment. And let's open up that. That doesn't change. It doesn't change. Is it because it's zoomed in? There is a new camera layout, Sandras. Thank you for seeing. Trying to figure out why my face camera looks soft focus. It's weird. Oh well, it's just gonna bug me. All right, but yeah. Move the cameras around a bit based on wife's recommendations. I upgraded this guy right back here, which is where that Abominant is chilling in his little container. I've got my good camera right here now, so I can zoom all the way in at a fun angle. And then need a more dynamic view. We move this camera over here, rearrange my lights a bunch. Sleepy dog camera. And then if I want to, so people can see the wet palette and things like that if needed. But yeah, always up for a little bit of, changing things. Thank you for the clang. Dog's doing stuff. So I got these little guys. I could put runes in there. That'd be good. So the moment I'm getting things set up for decals. So. I want this guy to have lots of decals. How are you doing this evening? How's your rescue marines coming along? Excuse me. Alright, that needs to get reset. Got most of the shoulder trim painted blue. Nice. I've been busy. Are you getting hit by any of this crazy heat? Because, now you can't see it, but I have the weather up here. It's, yeah, it's too hot. Ambient temperature was 98 today, but the heat index was 108. That was a bit much, I'll say. Yeah, this heat's been insane. Today was rough. What's up, Dark Owl? You have a color-changing dancing gummy bear? I think is what that is. Unlocked emote I got. Oh, that's right. It's 92, yeah. That's where we were at, basically, Sanders. Just disturbing. So right now, Dark Owl, I'm prepping this up for decals. I get the hard coats on the spots I want the decals to go. And that's got to dry up completely. So. Ugh. Yeah, the office AC was kinda sorta working. So it was it was like 80-ish. But it was also humid, so I don't know what the feels like in the office was. Which is weird because you go in the hallway and it was like 70. But our specific suite, hot. Dry. I think you got a little bit more to go. Oh, forgot. I did not. If you did tell me, I apologize. I forgot. And yeah, this is a little bit too much temperature to be chilling outside. So I'm glad you called in too. I don't want to. Heat stroke is a very real thing and unpleasant. Okay. Alright, so we got... Oh, I need my appropriate tweezers. Need these. That knife. close this up before I spill that all over things, because that would just be fantastic. Alright, so for this one, I could do this split thingy. Do have that on, I think I even got that on him. Yeah, I've got that on like everybody's legs, so. Ooh, 2 double days back to back, absolutely. So I should go put some red 8-pointed stars. We'll see how that comes out. So. And this is why you use cutting mats on your desk. Stop that. Cutting mats are great things. Boop. Okay. So I'll put this back here in the center so folks can. I'll put this right about there. All right. Touch my face a bit. All right, we're going to, of course, drop it upside down. Okay. Get some, soak up some of these. Put water there, make it easy to move. I found that because the surface tension on the water, I don't want it to stay on there too long, because when I pull it up, it becomes a pain in the butt and like curls over because the water weighs down the decal. So I just gotta soak it. Okay, make sure it's soaked underneath. Keep putting more water on it. It might be easier if I actually move my water a little closer instead of doing like this 4.5 foot reach. Because that would just be, it's just, there we go. Starting to separate. Almost, we're just about ready. Alright, so I'll slide you off into the, of course you're going to mess it up there. Come on. You get folded under? Now you're folded under. Alright. Let's fighting with the decal a little bit. There we go. And some of his decals, sometimes they're easy and sometimes they're an absolute fucking chore. That one's, alright. You know what? That one's failing it. Yeah. I got lots of those, thankfully. Having to order some new parts from Airbrush. Got it. So clipper coming. Ooh, nice. You can see me arguing with my decals right now. I got plenty of these though. Any specific brand on the clippers or? I have a set of God hands that their name is pretentious, but yeah, they're good. It's like one of those things like, yeah, they... I like the Ghanaians. They're not for everything because they're too delicate for some work, but I do like them. All right, so let's try round 2 with the decal and see if I do any better. I've had a lot of success with the decals on these other cast nights, but that one just seemed to... I'm going to sacrifice the base method. I have more success with this. No, I've looked at airbrushes, but it's just my current positioning in the house for where my desk is, there's just no real way to do an airbrush that I would be comfortable with. Why are you being such a pain today, decals? Brutal. I've not heard of that brand. Alright, I am having... Brutal. I've not heard of that brand, but I'm sure you have done your research. There we go. I can work with this now. There we go. Finally. Good Lord. Howdy, the Kragan. Yeah, absolutely. Don't mind me. I'm struggle busting with this one decal for some reason. It was fighting me. So okay. The red turns out really good, which I'm happy. I was worried about the red showing up clearly on this blue, but contrast wells. Okay, so just join the stream. Okay, so you might have missed the first step of the process. Now, the way I do it, I don't know if it is... That's a perfect amount of research, Sandras. All right, anywho. First step of the decaling process in the way that I was taught, which is kind of an old school way of doing it. So you're going to take your area that you want to decal. I do my decaling before I've done any weathering because I want the decals to look weathered. So if you notice this patch is like shiny. I did a layer of focus, the technical hard coat, or technical hard coat, basically what it is. It's just a gloss, hard, pigmentless paint. So I take that and I get that on there. And why do I do that is that it allows me to put water on that. And when it's wet there, you can have some wiggle room on it. So you got to get that on with an hard coat. You're going to let it dry completely. That is one thing that I have struggle bust myself through a lot. Is I put it on there and I'm doing everything and I get all excited. And then I start to put like some water on it while it's still wet and it doesn't work well. So once that's dry, then let's grab a red. Let's grab, we're going to find the decal we want. I think let's just go with the regular 8-pointed star. This 8-pointed cat star. So, anywho, So I've got the painted area ready. And then I cut out the decal. Now there's a few ways. I just X-Acto knife around the decal. You don't have to be exact. Even though I'm using an X-Acto knife. And I just realized that sounds kind of silly, but, whatever. Just, trim around the decal. And there's a couple of schools of thought. So now that I've got the decal out. I have seen people that used like a small tray, a very shallow tray, or an upside down base to soak the decals. I have done that. I've had some luck with it. Sometimes, though, the older way of doing this, for me, it's kind of hard to see, unfortunately, because the light's blasting out that. Can I lower my light a little? That does not help. Okay. So I take just a Q-tip with some very clean water, and I start soaking the decal. And you can see on the paper when it's soaked through. I flip it over, and then really just kind of keep it wet, absolutely dripping wet, swimming in a little bit like a. I've seen people use a base that's shallow enough that you could kind of drop it in there. I wasn't having too much luck right now. So once I get that, it's got to soak for a few minutes. And this part's another, hey, hurry up and wait bit. Because you got to sit there. I use a Q-tip that's wet. And I'll just kind of circle over it a little bit. And once you see the decal actually wiggle, like it's gotten loose from the paper, that's when you're like, okay, it's getting close to being ready to plop on the model. Not quite there yet, so we're just going to keep going, keep adding a little bit of water. Oh, now it's starting to move. All right, so now it's starting to move. I put a little bit of water, just rub it on the spot that you prepped. And by doing that, it gives you the ability to fine tune it. So, okay, now I'm just going to use fortunately it's not going to be able to really be seen. Use the Q-tip to slowly slide the decal off. I've got some flat bladed tweezers. Tweezers don't have to be it. But an X-Acto knife can work as well. Just pick it up and gently lay it down. And then I usually pat with the wet end of the Q-tip to make sure that it's flat. Once I do that, dry end of the Q-tip. And there is that. Let me zoom on in on this, you can see. Now, I'm making it look a bit easier, and that's because there is a lot of practice. I've been doing this for a very long time, and that's just the way I've learned how to do decals. So you can see it like on the Night Abominant on the turnstile there. It's got the decals all over them. I even combined some decals and things like that in a few spots. So, got some fun chaos decals. So, just let that dry. And that's the next important thing. It needs to dry completely now. So, I did the decals on my Dark Angels here. Shoulder decals for Marines are a bit more of a pain because they're small and they're on rounded surfaces. So it's just, this one is a finessing. You'll see like wrinkles and stuff on some of these decals. They're not perfect, but they get the job done. So that is kind of the gist of it for decals. Now, once they're dry, and I do mean completely dry, just let it sit somewhere. Or if you're anywhere where this heat wave is, just go stand outside for 30 seconds and they'll dry. You're then going to want to use something like Lamium Medium. This stuff here, this is a technical pigmentless paint. But this is a matte finish. So once this is dry, completely dried up, I'm going to go over the whole thing with this paint, this technical paint. And it will return it to that matte finish that the non-gloss paint has. And then you can dry brush on it, you can paint over it, you can use your Nuln Oil in your washes and things. But that is the way I've learned. It works. Does take a lot of practice. Expect to waste decals. I just did one right before you joined the stream because I managed to fold it in half in a way that I'm like, I can't untangle it. Especially ones that have like long dangly bits like this. It's tougher. But and on how curved the surface is, like if you're doing guard, like you're putting decals on a Bane blade, oh, it's so much easier because they're flat. Curvy bits, a bit more of a pain in the ass. But yeah. And don't be afraid to cut up decals too. Like if you don't like especially for like this stuff, like, hey, I want some of this, or like these big old decals. They're paper, slice them up. There's also a lot of vendors selling really cool slide transfers. I've seen plenty of them. I've seen some really neat looking ones. Because there is a printer that people can print this. I don't have one. I've seen it. Looks cool. But yeah. I hope that helps. I hope that gives you some insight into the craziness that is the decals. Hello there, Menno. How you doing this morning for you? Now for this side, I could do some more. So I've got some extra space here, so I'm going to do some ruins. I'm doing decals, Menno. If anyone's watching and is enjoying the music, go to Mano. He's the one that made it all. Also, you expect the Kragan expect to lose decals. I've had them wander off. I'm like, I just cut that. Where the fuck did it go? Or if you sneeze, they're gone. I've had that happen too, where I'm like, some dust in the air, and next thing the decal's blown to somewhere else. So, yeah. Decal D goes, how you doing this morning for you, Menno? I have refreshment. Those of us in the northern hemisphere, some areas of the northern hemisphere are dying of heat. Okay. Nice here. Okay, I absolutely, yes, expect to. I said I've been doing the 5-stream streak. Thank you. I've been doing this a long time, and I still screw them up on a regular. I think that's why they give you so many. Like they just know these things they're gonna lose them. You're gonna wonder why is this one? I thought this was released. Let's see, it was released. You're gonna lose them. You're gonna cut them. You're gonna do weird stuff. They're decals. Oh, so that's interesting. Some of the Chaos runes are different colors. Yes, puppies? What's going on? What's the puppy doing? You being a puppy? You are being a puppy. Okay. Calm down. Relax. So I need to do some white for the runes. That's big. guess some of these runes are like, it's interesting. It's like different colors, different shades of red. It's still visible, so that's good though. Yeah, say tools they have, Kragan. A dish full of clean water, or measuring cup in my case. Flat blade tweezers like these things here are really good. Not 100% necessary. Precise tweezers, really, really handy. These I think are almost necessary. And a good blade. That's about it. Thank you for stopping by, Sandra. So I hope work goes by quick and painless and you're able to get home soon. Oh, excuse me. Thinking I want, because I got the black definitely is going to get lost in this, so definitely want to use just white and red. So while that's soaking, let's look at a white one to throw on here. So I'm going to do lots of script on the other one. Do I have skulls? I do have. Ooh, I've got white script too. I could do that. No, I can do the white script on that. Let's do. I did use all the white script on that one. What about this? I've got so many sheets of this stuff. I'm like, what do I use? There just needs to be more white 6-point stars. Really, it's not. I can hope. Nope, see, some of that one got folded. How did I do that? Okay, folded over on the top. Just like decals, these are painless. Ha 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 ha. Yeah, good enough. That's the other thing with when you use the last stuff on top of it, the lamium medium, to kind of it also really secures the decal on there because you're basically putting a coat of paint over it. But it very much helps hide any like wrinkles and things. Let's do white runes, and then I'll do script all on the other one. Got those white, and then always keep your decal sheets open. For some reason, it just said it as one Y. It said WAG. Howdy, CDs. You made the squig talk, but he didn't really, didn't expand his voice. Don't know why. It's hit and miss on what it decides to do and not. So we're doing decals. It's a start. and for those who were wondering from yesterday, because I need to let that soak. That goopy stuff, this Vallejo Diorama FX, English bad. That's what it looks like when it's dry. The thicker areas have this like darker color, and then you get the lighter areas, and that's why you always want to paint the base underneath a color that you want. So then I'll seal this up with tape heavily, and then it'll be ready for the resin pour. So the resin's going to be done. Most of the time I do the resin on the base before I do any of the attaching to the model, but since this one's a little different, I had to do the resin on it first, or attach it to the base first, and then I'll do the resin. See, the white looks really good on there. So we're going to do lots of the white ruines. For some reason, the shuffle on the playlist is not including the second album. It says it's there. All right. Yeah, I got to get we had a new employee today. And I had to do a lot of talking and explain the ins and outs of the office and craziness that goes on there, so I've lost all brain power. It's supposed to storm tonight? Huh. Yeah, the English out the windows. Alright, so now for this other one. I want to do lots of... Let's try it the right way. Okay, I've got some more white script there, so I definitely want to do that. Okay. And then I could do script and lots of runes there as well. Okay, we're loose, we're good. And my water, my landing space. Use the tweezers. There we go. So there you go. Fun decals. That's one of those done. Now we're going to let that dry completely. Let's go to the next one. I want this to have lots and lots of scripts. You have a script on that one there. Oh, I did on the... Oh no, you're streaking. Streaking. And this weather, frankly, that sounds delightful. Okay. Yeah, right there. Kragan, shitloads of practice. It's really what it comes down to. A lot of practice. And I will absolutely mess this up, as I already did earlier. Just... And there probably is an easier way. Just this is how I learned, and it's what works for me. So... yeah, just lots of practice, realistically. And it helps that this is chaos, so if it's not exact, I don't worry. Putting the decals on the Dark Angels, that was a bit more of a pain because I want this to be centered, I want this to be looking right, because Marines wouldn't have it be all wonky. So, at least I don't think they would. Yeah, well, this one does not want to separate. Alright, starting to finally. A little bit of water there. Slide it up onto the tweezers and slap it on right there. And see, this is why I put the water on it, because now I can kind of wiggle it around. And that is honestly probably the saving grace for doing this on marine things, is the ability to wiggle it. Because if you slap it on, like, you could put it on without having water on the piece you're putting it onto, but then it's going to stick, and it is a pain to get it to shift. So like when I was doing it on, these Dark Angels here, like the Dark Angel logo, Sword and Wings, I don't know what it's actually called. I got that wet, and I'm sitting there, and I put it on there, and I sit there with the Q-tip and just smush it around and move it around and move it around to get it to be where it should be. Because it absolutely likes to be there. Okay, we're in. So let that soak. I have one more skull over here. I can do a skull as well. It's like the kill skulls. So let's get that out. Do some of these runes. Okay. Try not to drop the decals. Don't stab yourself with a knife, because that also is not fun. You separating it? Nope, you're still stuck. Come on. Alright, now we're separating. A little bit of water on my landing spot. Slide it onto the tweezers, unless it misses. Here we go. Pick that up, put it on. Smush, mush, 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 mush. See, that one is not settled down yet. That's annoying. Let's try that up a little bit. There we go. Okay. That's two. Rip apart the paper towel, of course, because tweezers are sharp. So this rune right underneath it. Soak that up. that soak up there a little bit. All right, so I'm looking at the other spots. Like for this piece here, I'm gonna use the black runes across here. That is absolutely the right thing to do there, Kragan. Put on something flat, easy surface to start. Absolutely put it on the flat and easy surface, because you're gonna... Once you get the hang of where it needs, what it takes to get it to slide off of the paper, then you can start going into the more curved things. So... And you can also, if you want, take, like if you have a toolbox or even a piece of paper, honestly, or something else, a piece of plastic or a box, take decals you're not going to use. Like, oh, hey, if say you're doing a Space Wolf Dreadnought and you're never going to do Ultramarines, take the Ultramarines decals that come in something. If you have extras from like the boxes, or like the Armageddon box comes with decals for everybody, take the ones you're not going to use and practice with those. That is absolutely something I did. It's like that one went on a little folded, but I was able to use the wet Q-tip to get it to smooth out. But yeah, I'd say practice with ones you're not going to use. I've got literally this is full of transfer sheets, just full of them. This is from Leviathan. That's extra from Leviathan. That, I don't know. Lots of Chaos Dwarves. There's Dark Angels, transfer sheets, because I got Dark Angels. Speaking of Armageddon, Bex, you built the whole thing in 3 days. Mine is right there, upside down, because I was open and playing with it. Learn from my mistakes, Greg. Like, hi, this sucks. Oh, wait, I have extras. I can play with this. I will be building Armageddon soon. But I want to finish these knights first. And this is my army I'm going to be doing for 11th. So I gotta finish it first. But it's chilling right here. It's got everybody in it. The only things that aren't in there are the rule book and the cards and stuff, because I pulled them out, so I was reading them. And I'm already planning for the orcs, what I'm going to do, because we're absolutely going to be building... Wife absolutely wants me to make an orc army. We're doing the Arnold Schwarzenegger orcs. If you're looking for a silly comic based on an orc and his pet squig called Orc and Squig, you can check it out there. Orc is all of us. Squig is that dog in her coned up craziness as she's sleepy right now. Her inability to be normal. You now have 2,005 points of assembled Blood Angels. So that is a bit more than the Armageddon box, I would say. Alright, so there's one side of that leg plate. Focus. So not too bad. Fun. Now the other side... Get the decals we want for that. Now the Marines in Armageddon are going to be adding to the Blood Angels. Or Blood Angels. You have Blood Angels. Dark Angels. Duh. Birmingham box had 690 points. Maybe mine are going to be more Dark Angel-y love, because I got lots of Dark Angels. I can't even imagine what I'm going to be at point-wise with that group. And sadly, the Dark Angels are like my least painted army. So, I need to work on that. That will come in a bit. I got to finish the Knights. I got to... I'll probably finish up my Tyranids. Just because I got to base a few of them, and I've got one unit of Tyranids. For a Squig. Squigs are fun. Make sure your Squigs are random colors. My Tyranids consist of a lot of units called Squiginids. Which, for the game rules, this is a Hormigaunt. Hormigaunt base, Hormigaunt weapons, but made out of Squigs. Because, why not? One of the units I need to paint up for them is the Gargoyle Squigs. Which, unfortunately, the light's blowing out that, but that's a Gargoyle Squig. So, Squigs are a lot of fun. They're just a blast, honestly. Squiginids. Yes, the Squiginids. I have a whole unit of Hormigaunt Squiginids that are in Squiginids. They're down here. Reach down. It's what happens when you take Squigs and combine them with Tyranids. You get Squiginids. We have all different flavors of Squiginids. We've got polka dotted Squiginid. We've got zebra stripe. There we go. Focus the camera. Mushroom hat. Sorry, camera's fighting for the stuff in the background. There's mushroom hat. We named this one Francis on a stream. Francis is wearing a little skull for a hat. So, Squigs plus Tyranids. Squiginids. Decals down. That's what happens when you have way too much time on your hands and you're like, I don't like normal looking armies. That's just something I don't want. I don't want my army to be typical. I want my army to be very different. Actually, you know what? I'm thinking for this side. Thank you. A lot of people do. Oh, this actually. We will be doing, the tip off of that. I will be doing Carnifexes using the Mango Squig boxes, but that's a little bit down the line just because of cost. The Beast Boys. I'll be getting some Beast Boys because of the Squighogs and Squigosaurs. Absolutely. I'll be getting Beast Boys because of the new kill team that's coming up with the Exodites. I love those Exodites. And since I've got Harlequins as well in long list of things I need to finish building. And it comes with the Squig Hogs. Beast Nag is in it, which we'll be adding to the orcs. What's up, Demon Slayer? We're working on decals. So now this...
Stay a while. Stay forever.
Oh, thank you, Mechaform, for making the Squig talk. But now that... Come on, separate. I wish that was the case for me. Thankfully, traffic was light, and I got, work. Work wasn't terrible, but did a lot of talking today. My brain is kind of mushy. It's not like this big old decal is going to fight me because it is not one flat piece. It's just the painted area. So I need to kind of get in here. Grab it in the middle. There we go. Back on the audio only. Okay. Alright, we got it on, but it's not in the right spot, so I gotta fix this. Come on. Yeah, let's see, ripped it, because... There you go, Kragan. Alright, fudged that one up pretty good. I should rip it. Now I've got part of a decal here and part of a decal there. So I gotta fix this up. Where's my blade? Get in there. Alright, I gotta flip that over. So, alright. Some more water, and that was probably this rip because I don't think I had it wet enough on the landing spot. So, I've got the rest of the decal here. Thankfully, I should be able just to set that down for a moment because I'm going to need both hands here. There we go, we're stuck. Yep, it happens. Alright, so now I've got it mostly in the right spot. And thankfully, again, this is a benefit of this being chaos, is that it doesn't have to be perfect. And then once I put the stuff on top, it's the Lamy medium will hide that rip. Mostly. Super new to the hobby. Wish I had sprinkled grots and squigs throughout orc kits a bit more than I've seen so far. I wish they sprinkled it. A lot of that comes in the...
Squigs are the best. Don't believe me? Tell Mez once again after fighting the Squig Hog boys.
It is. It is for happy little accidents. The squigs and the grots and things, a lot of that, you can get some of that from fantasy kits or Age of Sigmar or Old World, depending on which one you're looking at. Those could work well to add in to your, if you wanted more. Like this Squig Herd is just in an Age of Sigmar kit. That being said, it is buying another kit just to get stuff to decorate your kit with, your model, which, while fun, is not the most efficient way of doing things. Take that from personal experience, as the Squig into Hormagaunts was 2 kits to make 10 models. a squig herd, which I happen to have, and a box of Hormigons, which I picked up. So I was like, The Big Mick Decker rig, which looks like a squig. It's sitting in the box right here. I'll be building it. Yes, puppy? Yeah, and I didn't realize it was modeled after Squig until the manager, the GW store I hang out at, told me. Big Mick Decker rig on a Squig. Uh-oh. I have not. I will have to look that up if that's a thing. Like, I want to do Carnifexes with the Mangler Squigs for bodies, and then just the Carnifex things. I think it'll be chef's kiss. It's going to take some effort, but it'll get there. Orcs are just fun, but that's... I do this stuff because I don't like normal-looking armies. Like, you know... My Chaos Knights here, you know... Rampager boy here. We did tons of work on him. I extended the legs with... This part right here, this joint is extra. I had someone 3D print this out so I could put that in there to make him taller. We had some Wraith Knight bits left over, so he's stepping on a Wraith Knight's blade. He's got a Wraith Knight's head in his hand. I call it the chew toy. I made that claw out of leftover parts. You know, I want them to be different. So, and orcs, you can have a lot of fun making your stuff different and just a blast. It's your army, have fun with it. So it'll be... Yeah, let that soak. So while that's soaking up, I can bring down George. So I've also been working on custom Harlequins. And this one's taking a little bit longer, but with the addition of those Exodites and some of the detachments lately, I will be doing more with the Harlequins and finishing them up. This is the Wraith Knight I built for their fire support. Which, this is the head from an Eternal spell left over. I modified, put the brain in. Someone sent me an extra Shadow Seer, put on there. All the skulls and stuff. And then way too much skulls down here. And since I've got the resin, I'm actually going to be doing a huge resin pour up to here on this guy. So this whole thing is going to be a sea of blood with skulls underneath. That's George. That's where I got the Wraith Knight pieces. I have way too much. What are you doing, Doug? Sorry, there is craziness going on in front of me. What are you doing, Lula? My dog is losing her marbles today. There you go. Do you have to rip everything apart to get comfortable? I guess. I know she's frustrated because she's still wearing her cone.
For the Emperor!
I hear... Oh, we're on Lillicam, alright, so... Yeah, we're out now watching the Lulicam. Yep, see that? That was annoying. Ah. Alright, so there we go. So now we've got... Those random chaosy things. Okay, so now that that's done, check this one. That's dry. All right, so now, just so you can see this before, I mean, I've got plenty of time, but so I don't lose track of things, is I just dropped a piece. I'll find that later. Take our Lamy medium, and I'm going to use that all over this pit here. It's been resin hoses for my new model. I'm using, for the resin stuff for my bases, it's this, AK's Resin Ice Kit. Stuff's fantastic. That being said, this base is going to be a challenge. Strike Force Blood Angels versus Death God. Nice. How did it go? Oh, Forge Rolled Resin. Ah. All right. CDs, I'll have to shift off of Lulacam since Lula's no longer on her pillow. No, don't. Hey, no. Now she's behind me. Come on. I don't want you back here. You are a force of destruction right now. Forge Rolled Resin's a pain in the butt. Dante Sanguinary Guard charge a Plague Burst Crawler in turn 1. They should be able to take that out. Dante's a tank unit. What are you doing back here? Anyway, so now I've got my Lamy medium, and honestly just go over the entire thing that you have with this Lamy medium stuff. All this is doing, this is a pigmentless paint that is just going to give it a matte, return the matte finish to it. I move 30 inches with an advance and a charge. That is ridiculously far. That's what Dante does, though. He's a beast. So you want to make sure you get this, the Lamy medium, everywhere on this. Because if you don't, you'll see the spots that are different, consistent. Pretty sure the weekend following me ordering Trazen, GW is going to announce the new model. That's fair. So you're going to order a Trazen soon? Alright, so we're going to get over on this side now with Lamy medium. This does two things. Is it gets rid of the gloss. Unless you want the gloss, but most people want the matte finish to work with it. So, this returns the matte finish to the whole thing and builds up a layer of paint to seal your decals down. So, and you can put multiple coats of this Lamy medium on. Alright, so we'll let that dry and let that go. Oh, that's why you're being weird. Okay. I might have to mute in a moment. Wife is arriving home. Dog tends to get crazy. No, come on. Hey, I don't want you back here. You know you're going to knock stuff over. You know you're not supposed to be back here. You know. Okay, go find Mommy. She's coming up here. This dog. Alright, let's work on these little guys next for stuff. We want to let's just put runes. White runes. First off, let me just replace this paper towel. It's falling apart. Did I get a text? Did not get a text. Quite a bit of resin in my character slots. Now, Forge Rolled Resin can be tough. Excuse me. I've worked with resin models in the past from other game systems and stuff. Forge World tends to be some of the better resin, but it still kind of sucks. I mean, that being said, if I win the lottery, I am buying a Warlord Titan for Forge World. But I need to win a sum of money because before I invest in a model that costs more than cards I've owned. Uh-oh. Dog is off. Wife is back. Dog is running that way. cut out some more runes here.
Why are you?
What are you doing, dog?
I don't know.
I'm not, no, 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 no. Come on. You're not supposed to be back here. The unbridled terror that is a 60-pound pit bull.
Oh, you're fat.
Excited tapping. Yeah, there's lots of excited tapping. We can bump back to the Lula cam. You can see there she is looking all excited and coned up, because coned up. The destructive force that she is. Uh-oh. Thank you. I now have a milkshake because it's hot.
Brings all the boys to the yard.
Thank you, wifey. Milkshake. Oh, that's good shit. That's gonna sit here. Actually, it's not gonna sit there because I'm knocking it over if it sits there. Yeah, it was kind of like that Demon Slayer. We're like, oh, it's a bit much right now. Okay. Lula is an unstoppable force of destruction, which actually relates to today's Orkin Squid comic.
Aw, yeah, you're right.
It does relate to Orkin. I know which one you put up. I got my notification. The commentary in the background is my wife, who is the artist of that and writer. Whoop. So we'll put a rune right there. Whoop. Yes.
I'm just seeing what crap you were doing decals.
Yeah, doing decals. Did you get one for the daughter?
Yes. I'll give you one guess.
Oh, her usual.
Yep.
She happy?
Yep.
Oh, good.
Now I'm cold.
No, the Lula is the unstoppable force. Alright, so it's perfect. I got 4 runes. I'm going to put 2 on either side of these. Just let that soak in. Boop. Alright. That one kind of looks like a peace sign, which is not chaos, but hey. Delicious. So you like events? You like events that involve engines? I'm pretty sure we're going to jet boat races. Oh shit! Yeah, haha. I do love engines and motors and implements of thrust generation. Giggity. The jet boats. I have not been. Duffman does thrust in general direction. I've not seen jet boats in person. I have seen jets in person, and jet dragsters, which are probably pretty close to it. Though there is a it's crazy with like high performance boats like cigarette boats. I've seen those in person. They're crazy loud too. But jet boats mostly like operate like a hydrofoils, if I remember correctly. Like they kind of skirt up because it's, you know, bouncing in waves and things. Just there's like an element of terror involved in that. All right, that one's on. We absolutely would love the milkshake, and we would die.
We would die.
Yes, we would die. She'd be fine. But we would suffocate us in her sleep if the dog got a milkshake. Alright, on to the next decals. So if we can if you can really see like how white it is there. I don't know if it's going to come across well. It's not, unfortunately. When you're doing the decals, you can see when the paper on the back is soaked. And that's usually my first step. Okay, I've got the back soaked up, so then I can start working on the top. Anything with... This is true, CDs, but jet dragsters, like I've seen those in person on the drag strip, they seem safer than jet boats. I don't know if there's truth to that. Maybe it's because I'm used to seeing stuff on a drag strip, but it just seems safer. Right there with you, Grim Reaper. My wife has been suffering immensely because of the pollen and the stuff. Been making her allergies go batshit. So you grew up near Madison, Midway High School in Madison, the regatta every summer in 4th July weekend. So, Demon's grandpa used to build the boats. Nice. I never participated in building high-end drag stuffs. But working at Demon Slayer, I'm sure you know of the NHRA finals in Pomona, California, where the drag racing championships are held every year. It's probably the only thing that actually happens in Pomona anymore. The auto parts store I worked at that was in the fantastic ghetto of ghettos was in Pomona and was the physically closest store to the drag strip. Granted, we couldn't carry performance parts because they would just get robbed. But that was part of why we get sent to go man the booth at the drag strips, is we were physically the closest. So, you guys enjoyed lots of drag racing. Let me tell you, having grew up and lived a lot in Pomona, there ain't much else there. There's the old General Dynamics factory where they made nuclear weapons and other stuffs. There's some bunkers. Yeah. There's a lot of very questionable areas. I happen to live and work in them. Though, in the downtown Pomona area was restored from when Mike Myers did the Cat in the Hat movie. Because the village, Whoville, I think it's Whoville, wherever they go to, the town, that was filmed in downtown Pomona.
That is Whoville.
It was Whoville? There's also a really, well, it's not, there is one branch in Pomona, but there's a great barbecue place called Joey's. But that was mostly started in Chino Hills. So there's your obscure points of reference for anyone that's lived in the Southern California area. Well, sort of some areas around Southern California. Chino Hills also has a great No Hope Men's Correctional Institution called the Chino Hills Men's Correctional Institution. It is a no hope maximum security prison, where if you're someone that did absolutely the worst things on the world and have no remorse and will never be released into public, you go there. I live down the street from it. See, now this decal kind of folded over on itself, so I'm going to coerce this out with the Q-tip. Get it to kind of unroll. Nope, still sort of rolled up. One of the best things you can do with the decals is if they start getting feisty, kind of keep them wet. That's what she said, but it also helps with the decals and allowing them to be flexible, as it were. Mm-hmm. There's actually no signs that say do not pick up hitchhikers because no one's escaped from that prison, to my knowledge. And if you just go on Google and look up Chino Hills Men's Correctional Institution, you'll see some relatively nondescript buildings, frightening close to I'm not hearing it. Are you hearing it, hon?
No.
Alright.
She's whining right next to me, so.
Oh, she's whining. Okay. The dog was whining. That's what that was. But if you look up Chino Hills Men's Correctional Institution, you'll see like just bland looking buildings. And then there's just this empty dirt field with guard towers in the middle. And that's the kill zone, where if you get out, they've got a football field for them to shoot you. So, all right. How don't you don't make whining sounds too much? Mine. So anyway, here's this one. And this is one of the armor plates that goes on the guns. This goes right up here. There it goes. So that goes right up there. I think the runes will come across. They came out looking nice on there. So that's that one down. All right. Are you dry? You are. Still feel a little wet, so no. If I think it feels wet, I'm not even going to attempt it. All right. What to put on this one? More runes. Thank you, Cregan. I said it's just practice. Lots of practice. I've been working with these things for ages. I've ruined so many of these damn decals. Alright. So these are the 4 I'm going to put on this armored plate. That one out first. And it'll look even better once I get the Lamium medium over it and return it back to the matte finish. So, get off there. Get off there. You have to argue with them. Don't forget to talk to them. Tell them things. Remind them that you're in charge. And cry when they prove you wrong. Okay, get the next one out. Put that right there. Just keep soaking it up. Dab a little bit of water there so that I can. This is ready to release. We're almost there on that decal. Fortunately, this one's not the best for the camera views. It's mostly afterwards because I can't hold this up. How would you want to release? Give me your. Alright, we're almost there. Oh, that's absolutely a win. Whoop. Boop. 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 So I can wiggle it around. I can kind of fine tune where I want it. And then once I got kind of where I want, I'm just going to massage out some of the excess water. Ta-da! Alright, on to the next. Get off of here. It's always a matter of when. Next one. struggle to pick things up. So I still got to figure out what I want to do with the big banner. I realized I didn't code that in the technical hard
To the
code.
foul warriors of chaos.
You have to give me a minute, hun. Hand sync isn't going to work when I'm working on something that's on the table. And fighting with it, because... Alright, there we go. Enough water to get this one soaking. Alright, so... zoom on in. Demon Slayer, you have no idea how close to home that comment hits right now. Because I technically do have the space, and I've got most of the tools. And a K-Truck has been staring at me for ages.
Still?
I just keep, because I keep getting distracted and like, ooh. When I look at them.
Oh, okay. Like new entries for K-Trucks. Okay.
There's plenty of them around that I could find in an affordable price point for us. Not going to do it, but there's plenty of them. So anyway, I'm going to bust out the technical hardcoat real quick because, actually, yes. $65 Valiant. Well, shit. I know that car pretty fucking well. Evil John's black car was the 66 Valiant. Alright, so I'm doing a quick technical hard coat on this big banner because I need to put decals on this thing too. It's the point of having the giant banner. Admittedly, the term Scat Pack came out before it was associated with a certain type of fetish. Alright. So let that technical hard coat because that needs to dry up there. You're already separating. That's good. So let's get that so we can separate and put on there. Grab that. We're going to flip that like that. And drop that one on. Use the wet Q-tip to kind of flatten it up and get it into where it needs to be. Just a tiny dab of water there. There we go. There you are on that now. That came from my wife, ladies and gentlemen. That statement right there. And it's very realistic. All right. 2 more decals to go on this piece. See, the other thing, decals take friggin' forever. When you get them done, they look good. But they're such a little thing that takes so much extra work and steps and stuff that, boop. And I get it. There's so many times I didn't do decals because I sucked at them. Rapid Transit. It makes sense. The Roadrunner, Rapid Transit. Need liquid refreshment. There's a couple in our area that I see now and then. It's like, man, I want one. They're just so functional, bare bones. And I want to get one wrapped to look like a Minecraft pig. I guarantee if I were to drive that thing past an elementary school and it has a wrap on it that looks like a Minecraft pig, if I do it during recess, I would stop that place dead. That one released. Why are you stuck? This one's fighting me. Alright, let's try with that route. There we go. Massage it into position. Dry it up. There you go. There's that one. One more for this. Mr. Cornwell got me again this morning. Yeah, I apologize, I'm not getting the reference, but that is more on me than anything else. Soak up the back of this. Oh, we're talking about Mr. James' workshop? Oh, okay. Tools. Hey, wifey, are you still here? I don't think she is. She went upstairs or something. Tools. Crazy investments that they are. This one's nice. That's awesome, Megaform. There's what I've seen here. There's an Honda Acti, and I can't remember the Suzuki one, what the name is, but it's there's a Honda and a Suzuki that are in this area. And the best part is the Honda is owned by an auto shop. And they've made it like as riced out in the most extremely goofy ways possible. It's got these like crazy tires. It's got a fart cam muffler that's gigantic and sticking up on it. They put a huge spoiler on top of the roof. The thing is so ridiculous and it's just fantastic. It makes this like incredible noise and gets nowhere. It's like, rah! It's going like 5 miles an hour. Whoop. All right, so there is the last decal for that armor. All right, so now we got 2 of those done. Last 2 pieces for the decals is I'm going to try and put little decals on these guys here. I have to find decals that'll fit. So let's go to the War Dogs transfer sheets because this is smaller. In fact, I can see some fun script ones down here in white that I will use. Now, decals is a weird thing with them is the big ones are hard and the small ones are hard. Like the mid-sized ones, that's the easiest ones. These super tiny ones are pain in the ass. The super big ones, pain in the ass. So I don't know why that is. It's just kind of the way it is with these things. So we'll pop that one out. I absolutely would hate to be in an accident with one there. Megaform. Especially with the vehicles on America's obsession with vehicles getting huge. So that soak up. Oh, here you go. So here's this panel now after the Lamia medium has been applied. It's returned it back to that matte finish. So you can kind of compare it to this one here, where it still has the gloss from the hard coat. Now this one's all matte finish, which is more, there's a little bit of a gloss there in a few spots, but once I do a wash and a dry brush and the other weathering that I'm going to be doing on this, you won't see it in the slightest. So, yes? I know. You're a guard dog. So mean. Look at that. Right, Lula? She's so upset she won't even get up. I tell you, no, it's serious. She's still going to lay down to voice her opinions. If you want to see this, realistically, will probably be the finishing of this night. Follow me on Blue Sky. I post my daily updates there on the progress I'm making for hobby streaks. And because I'm willing to wager I'll be finishing this guy up probably, because I do this every night. I don't stream every night, but I work on the minis every night. I'm confident I'll be finishing this up off stream because I'm not too terribly far. Tomorrow I'll be doing the resin pour for the base, because that requires the use of the I don't want to make a giant mess in my house bin. So I'll do the resin pour offline, because it's also not something I can film all that easily. So if you're coming downhill, Megaform, like along, it's Japan, they got mountains. You can come down the mountain, you'll be like, I gotta get there at 140. I mean, I love looking at the K-Trucks, like with the, I've seen them, you've got this 660cc, or 600 or 660, yeah, it's close enough, little triple, and they'll have like a dump bed. I'm like, so this thing's got a 350 kilogram capacity in the back, and it dumps, so you've got that PTO running on this tiny little, like, I'm surprised they have air conditioning in a lot of them, because I'm like, I imagine that AC compressor just sucks all the power out of that engine. But I want one. I absolutely want one. I wouldn't, we're not taking road trips in it, but we do enough projects around the house where it's like, I need to go pick up a ton of mulch or soil, or, I had to fit 3 Adirondack chairs in my car this weekend. That was a little bit of a challenge. So this one's releasing, so look up at the good tweezers. John Malekis, I have not. Alright. So here's this little panel. Just quick and easy. 2 little decals just to add a little, break up the blue. Add a little flavor to it. So now we got this little panel on the other side. We'll figure out what we're doing with that one. Excuse me. Milwaukee. Thank you, Minna. Ooh, I didn't hit the button. What decals do I want to put on this side? I've got tiny, tiny, tiny runes. Oh, I could do a little 8-pointed star. And they've got a white 8-pointed star here. So we'll do that. Exactly. That's why I look at it as Megaform. I would take it, go to the hardware store and pick up, 2x4s, or, because I mean, that bed can hold full 4x8 sheets of plywood. Easy. So it's like, I could do fun stuff like that. I could get the 2x4s I need for when I'm doing projects in the backyard or something like that. Dirt and all that kind of fun stuff. So there's also these little single lines of script. So I'm going to grab a couple of these single lines of script, these tiny ones. And that'll be the other side. We're going to do the 8-pointed star on one side. Yes, Lula, I see you walking over there. I know. They're just pure function vehicles. I mean, that's probably why it appeals to me in such extreme degrees. I love things that are just pure function. That's not terrifying in the slightest. 20 tires isn't going to weigh that much. It's going to be nowhere near that thing's weight limit. If they're strapped down, yeah. And honestly, those things get more attention than, like, exotic sports cars. It's hilarious. So, now for some of these really, really small decals, I use the precision tweezers just because they make it a bit easier to grab. There you go. Boop, 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 and just smush it into the wrong spot. So now I'm just going to slowly work it over. There we go. Almost screwed that one up really nicely. Still not 100% where I want it to be. That's better. Okay. So that's that side now. Little 8-pointed star there. Alright. Now we're getting into the teeny, 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 tiny. It's hard to pick up. Well, thank you, Mano. Absolutely appreciate you stopping by. And again, if anyone wants to check out the music that you're hearing right now, right there, Mano's the person who's done it. There'll be links to his thing appearing in my chat periodically. Links to his, I think it's YouTube, because that's where I'm listening to it. He has lots of 40K themed, Warhammer themed music, and other stuff too. I've been focusing on the Warhammer stuff because, hey, it's what I do. Alright, so we'll grab the other little script here. I'm going to do 2 of these little script. I'm going to cut that one in half and screw that up. And then go to the one next to it. That's another risk you run with these tiny little decals. Like, oh, just slice that thing into 3 pieces. Well, I'm not using that one. So tiny. So I told you it's not. It's not an if. It's a when, and that was a win. My wife's taking her shit. She's showering. It's not separating yet. Gotta slowly let this thing. This one doesn't want to separate. You'll fight with them that way too. Come on, you can separate. Sometimes I think like when I cut them, and like pinches it in a way that makes it harder for it to separate off. There we go. Tweezers. Come on, tweezers. Work with me. Put a little bit of water on that. Oh, you're not even going to see until I get it in place. Ah. Pollen Parrot getting sand in your eyes is a terrible Yes, I would have to agree with that statement. I think that does sound quite horrible. Alright, we'll grab. That sounds like a fantastic amount of unpleasant. Alright, we'll get that one wet. Flip it over, put it down there. Start the soaking process. Alright, so I got that next. That one's going to be black decals. You're done, you're done, you're done. And then I've got that, the carapace. I only really got, after this decal for this little, excuse me. After I get this last decal here for this piece, yeah, 4 hours of beach volleyball. My old age would not allow that. My, well, more advanced spine issues would not allow that. There you are, wifey. May I get your assistance, please? Oof. Amazing wife, can I get a hand from you, please? See if we get this off. There we go. Okay. Alright, so we got the decal in our tweezers. We're going to slap that on here. There we go. One sec. Just can you take that out with it in my trash here? Thank you. Thank you. All right. Kiss Nights. Howdy, Mystic. Crazy? How about you? I have not gotten a new case. I just have 2 of these cases here, and the Knights fit in 2 of them. That's not with the Tyrant, though. The Tyrant's going to require a 3rd case. So, and thank you for the compliment, Mystic. So there is the 2 decals done there. So, now that armor plate's finished. Well, decaled up at least. Oh, goodness. Alright, so Yep, these are the Chaos Knights. This is what the army I've been working on for 11th edition. Nope. This one? I want to put something here. What do I want to put there, though, is the question on those decals. And my kid played a lot of Pal World, and she enjoyed it. Could put one of these, maybe? That would work. Did like half a cast star thing in there. Excuse me. So now we're doing a little. We're going to slice that one right in half because, again, just managed to have my blade go in that direction. So we'll go to the one next to it then. But yeah, I'll only be picking up a third travel case because of how tall I made the Tyrant. Unfortunately, since I made the Tyrant so damn tall, it and the Rampager, I can't fit War Dogs on top of them in the cases. So I have to get a case that'll basically just hold the Rampager, which is this guy back here, this tall one, this tall boy, and the Tyrant, who's the one I'm working on right now, who's even taller. Two of them in one case by themselves. Then another case for the. I can have another case for the Abominant there, and the Despoiler here, and 6 War Dogs. So I have to figure out how I'm going to fit, because I have 8 dogs. It's going to be great. Well, I'll have to have a third case. I'll have that be 3 cases. Is that the one that every YouTuber advertises? The MDF ones. I've seen them, and oh Jesus, that one just got all wrinkled up. And that one just good gravy. See, now here I'm fighting this decal. This one just ripped apart while I was trying to get it to separate from the paper. So to the garbage you go. Since all right, you're gonna fight me tooth and nail, aren't you? I've heard good things. I've seen one in use, and the person liked it a lot. I will give it credit. I probably won't be getting one just because I have the, I think it's called like Jouci, Jouci, I think is the name of the ones I have. I've got 2 of those, and I can use the trays between them all. So, keep them separated. But the which one did you get, CDs? If you don't mind me asking. Like the super crazy huge one, because they're also not cheap. I mean, they look decent, but they're not cheap. The ones I have are. I put the extra ones there. Joucoci. Absolutely. Or Jucoci. Jouci. Something like that. Keep them separated. Is that the double wide or is it the single? So I've seen one that like it's basically 2 boxes side by side and tall. Single tall. Okay. Have a good one, Mystic. This is when I need to do it. Come on. You can separate and not rip. This one is fighting me. Let's see if I can slide this onto the knife. I will look up a chat in a moment. I'm having an argument with this decal. There we go. Decal there. Alright, so now we got it generally in the spot. Get this tweezer out. Come on. I think it's time for medicine. It is time for medicines. Of course, because this one's not on a smooth surface, it's extra feisty. There we go. Just gonna use a little bit extra water on there. Oh, that one was a pain in the ass. All right. So, got that finally on there. That was a pain. And went through two of these because one ripped. That's actually technically three because I sliced one up, one ripped, and then finally, this is also not smooth. You can see it's got the wavy bit for the banner, but that came out. There you go. 6 trays, 210 mags, $130. That does seem like a decent deal. I will give you absolutely that. All right, that one there, I'm going to throw a, hopefully we got another small white star. Do I have another small white cast star? I don't think I do. There's like a few. I could throw skulls. Come on. Dropping things. Let me check my Word out. Maybe I've got. Check my transfers. Throw my old books on the floor. Go here. Let's pull out the transfer folder. What do we got here? That's Harlequins. That's Old School Dark Angels. That's Harlequins. That's Chaos Dwarves. That's Harlequins. That's Tactical. Okay, let's see what we got. I got a lot of transfers. Harlequins. Space Marine Infantry. Harlequins. Let's not put that in the water. Dark Angels. Chaos Dwarves. Dark Angels, Chaos Dwarves, Generic Marines. Harlequins go there. What are you? You are. That's Leviathan set. Harlequins, OG Dark Angels. Eldari, Harlequins, got a lot of Harlequins. instructions from somebody. 30k Dark Angels. Castors. I do see. Castors. Dark Angels. I have more. That's what I was looking for. 2 more sheets for War Dogs. So, everyone else go back in here. Okay. This is why you have a handy thing to keep all your transfers in one spot. Alright, so you can go back there, but what I was looking for is right here. There's a white 8-pointed Castar. Ordered like a suitcase wheel thing. I'm going to fasten to it so I can roll around. Not bad. Nice. I've heard some really good things about the cases, and I've seen one of their small ones in action. I just know that they were pushing really hard with all the Warhammer YouTubers to sponsor them, which is, hey, great way to get your products out there. Advertising, that is. So, I gotta take meds. It's gonna be a stream of decals. It's not the most exciting thing, I think. But it's got to get done. No, I got to get done. I want to get it done. I mean, it's a big part of this process. Because I want my guys looking specific ways. The decals very much help them. See, like that one I sliced right in half. That one has it too. So perfect. Put a fun blood drop too. I haven't used these yet. Howdy, Jersey. You ready to release yet? Nope, not yet. Appreciate that. Nearly through the Resurrection Horus. Oh, he's not. Yeah, man. Yeah, man. You can release. What are you fighting? No, Horus had a lot of... wasn't wrong, like, in a lot of ways. It's also more manipulated than people realize. A lot of like, oh, Horus did it all himself. No, he was manipulated a lot. Got Castar in there. I mean, there's the whole thing, the Emperor's sons. He's not really his sons. He looks at them as tools. He wanted inhuman demigod generals. Not really his... He never really viewed them as sons. They just called them sons. Like, like what the Emperor did to Angron was just brood. You could blame Magnus, but it's Loken, I think is not Loken, not Logar. Maybe it is Loken. There was a guy that was like the chief advisor to Horus. Is pretty much the main person behind the heresy for the most part. But yeah, you can blame Magnus, and Magnus has nipple horns, so that is also a reason to blame him. Not Abaddon. There was another one. There was Abaddon was one. There was another guy that was like an advisor to Horus. His name begins with an L. It's like Loken. It's not Logar, because Logar was one of the Primarchs, but I want to say Loken. But there was a guy that is another advisor. He was like basically the chaplain. Corferin, maybe? But yeah, there's... It might be the Corferin. Names don't work well in my head. Lorgar, thank you. Okay, and that's the one. I mean, if you want to get into it, canonically, the Emperor's a furry. One more decal to get on this. Oh, I have to do that thing. That's going to be a pain in the ass. Why does this not want to... Because I want to separate. I mean, what I was pointing at is this thing here. I want to do the black runes all over this. Like, it spelled out something and then into these little bits here. That's just going to take some extra time. I do. I start conversation that way. Down here. There you go. All right, so let's zoom in on this. So there's all the decals on that thing. All right. I don't know, you could do a Kroot melee army. They're technically Tau. And Kroot will rock. For the melee side. Alright, so now let's see. Those are too big. So too tall. Those would fit. How about the War Dog ones? Then. Oh, there we go. This string of runes down here is what I'm going to use. So we'll... Oh, that's another set of super small ones. It's going to drive me insane. Alright. Alright, soak that up. Yeah, we go, Jersey. Can I drive by streaming? Play a full crude army, but you don't want to play the same as your friend. That's fair. He's like, these are so small. There's so much work for this tiny, tiny thing. This takes forever. But I feel they're worth it, the decals. Orcs currently have 1220 points of assemble models. I'll have 600 and something when I finish the Armageddon box. I think you said earlier 690. Or 680. Oh, that truck is awesome. 680 for the orcs, thank you. So I'll have 680 when I finish the orcs. There we go. Orc incursion. Yes, Lula? There's wifey. You right?
Yep.
Okay.
I was attempting to dry my hair with just a cool setting only. It's not worth it.
Fair enough. Absolutely looking forward to those orc trucks. Because I think they're awesome. I like the fact that you could turn the wheels. You can make it, you can have the wheels angled. So it's either like coming around a corner or straight on. There's so much of that I love that model. And it's the same, it's physically, it's bigger but not than the old trucks, but not like a crazy amount that the old trucks look like out of place. So you don't have to get rid of your old trucks if you have old trucks. You can absolutely just play them next to each other, kind of complement. So I think they did a nice job with that orc truck. So anyway, what I'm doing right now, let me zoom on in so you can see this. You kind of see it right there. It's the ruins over here. And we're going to do a string across the top and then on the other side. I did that for the spoiler. Focus. There you can see it on his Let me take his. Let me rip his head off. Yoink. Hey, magnets. Come on, focus. Why are we having... Oh, focusing on that. So I did it there with the runes on the, like, script thing. I think it turned out pretty good. So, magnets are fun. So that's what we're working on right now, is we're going to do a string of these. Cross this. Don't know how many we're going to get. But again, with it being cast, it doesn't have to be exact. If it's a little inconsistent, that's fine too. Because, you know, painting this stuff is not exactly high on the concern of the cast list. I'm thinking for this big banner, I don't know what I want to put on that. There isn't. I could put red. The red would go on the brown. I could do like a couple 8-pointed stars. I don't have corn logos though. I could do stars and some script. An 8-point star and some script underneath, I think would be good. So that would be. That'd be that. But yeah, we're gonna be doing. Definitely want those orc trucks. I want to get the orc battle force. The one that has the squid buggy, the Def Coptas, and then I think it's got a couple bikes or tracks. Because we get the Big McDacker rig and the war track that's in the Armageddon box. So, like with some trucks and buggies and stuff, it could be a pretty fun little mechanized orc army. So I know that there is a detachment for that. And then with the fact that the new book's supposed to have 15 detachments. Now, if I remember correctly, I think Speed Freaks was in there. So it'd be fun to have the 2 units of boys that come in the Armageddon box in the new trucks. Oh, it'd be perfect if I do, since I want to do all Arnold Schwarzenegger themed movies for the orcs. If I have like each of the trucks have like a banner that's from the movie. Like you can print out stickers. We have like, you know, the True Lies or like something on it. These are the bad ideas that run through my head when I'm thinking Warhammer stuffs. I'm going to be doing the Arnold Schwarzenegger orcs. Then if I do like, you know, the platoon truck, the Terminator one. Oh no, Junior. So Junior's the one where he's pregnant, right?
Yep.
Megaform.
Yep.
All right, wife confirms it. So that one specifically, in this, there is a. If I don't have a picture of it, unfortunately. There is a model called the Weird Boy. Shit, wait, I might have a picture of him in the instructions. I think it comes with fully simple pictures. There we go. So there's this guy down here. It was basically an orc psyker. That guy right there. It's a great model. It's called the Weird Boy. That's specifically what he is. He is the Weird Boy. That is the one that's going to be for Junior. Because fucking pregnant Arnold Schwarzenegger. That's weird fucking enough. You can't even be outrageous anymore. Nope. We had come across that. We planned like that was one of the ones. The twins is going to be the Mad Doc and the grot orderly with the bone saw.
Pain boy.
Pain boy. This one is sticking a little bit in the wrong spot. Get this in the right spot. This just needs to be wet. That's the problem. Let's get the massages up here with the. There we go. I will look at chat in a moment. I see messages. Have to focus on this for a moment. Kindergarten Cup. I saw the Mech Boy, but I didn't see that one. You haven't played that one yet. Hold on a sec. I'll tell you. Kindergarten Cop I want to fix this decal. Come on.
Jesus.
You right there?
There was a big boom.
Huh? I didn't hear it.
There.
It is near the 4th, huh? Probably so nearby launching fireworks, and Lula's behind me. Can you come grab the puppers? Or I'll get her in a moment. Hold on a second. I'm working this decal. It's fighting me. There we go. All right. Lula, no, come on. You're stuck. Go. Dog does not want to move. Lula. Thank you. Big bada boom, yeah. All right, so Craig, yeah, so this one fought me here, so I had to pay attention to it. So anyway, that's the next little decal. Jeez. Anyway, okay. Mech Boy I got to work on. It might be part of the Terminator group. Kindergarten Cop. I can't remember the name of it, but there's the Orc Runtherd and his Gretchen. He has all the grots. He's the Orc with a bunch of the Gretchen with him. That's Kindergarten Cop. Because the Orc is the teacher, and then you've got the Gretchen for the kids. We don't have any more of a sedative, right?
Nope.
It'll be a creative night. But that's Kindergarten Cop. There is so. Oh, this is Mega Megaform, so he might not know. In Orc stuff, there's basically goblins in the 40k. Runthern, okay. They are little guys. They're called Gretchen, which I'm holding to a camera that isn't there anymore. And they're small, goblin-esque things, so they're half the size of orcs, or even less than. And there's a specific Runtherd is a unit, is a guy that has a bunch of Gretchen with him. So it's like a big dude with a bunch of little ones. So there he is with the teacher, whatever his character's name was. And you've got the little guys for that. This one's fighting. Yeah, these tiny, tiny decals are absolutely fighting me. Ooh, Mr. Freeze. And now that one I got to work on. Could be Mega Knob because of the armor. Turbo Man? You mean Running Man? What about Turbo Man? Orcs have great puns. He was in Jingle All the Way. I don't know if I'm going to get every Schwarzenegger movie because he has a large catalog. That's what the maid said. You know, I wanted to do some of the Beast Naga boys would be good for Conan or Hercules. And so I was thinking the Beast Snagger boys are like a tribal almost. So they could do for Hercules or Conan.
Predator.
Predator's going to be the Commandos.
Oh.
Oh, Running Man would be Storm Boys because they're fast moving. So I could put them in the tracksuits. Anyway, see, Cragen, this is... I mean, I've been doing this for 3 hours, and I still have more decals to go. Decals, just, they take a long time. I don't remember Jingle All the Way. Is that another one of his questionable comedies? Apparently I'm not as up to date on Schwarzenegger filmographies. Plays opposite Sim. Oh my god. Schwarzenegger. He's trying to get a Turbo Man doll for his kid. Okay. I'll have to figure out that one then. The fact that Sinbad and Schwarzenegger playing opposite each other. Poor Phil Hartman. We miss thee. You might remember me from such movies as... me get my tweezers to be a bit better. Smoke yourself and get confident. Troy McClure. Come on, separate. Bloop, bloop, bloop. So I know that, like, for the method of using a small tray to get these works faster for getting them to separate, but then I have such bad luck with these tiny, tiny ones just kind of floating off and then never finding them again. There we go. Get off. Dr. Zayas, Dr. Zayas. Dr. Zayas, Dr. Zayas. Alright. Slowly making progress on this thing. For a small part that probably no one's really going to look at, but I'm going to know it's there. So I think it's a bit of the decals. It's like, you know, it's... I know it's there, so I know that it looks nice. Is it needed? Not in the slightest. But I like it that way. Big show. See, for me, it's the devil's in the details. So, doing these little bits, is it necessary? No, but I think it looks way better when you get it all done. Come on. Come on. Now, since we're coming up in the end of the evening, some housekeeping, as it were. Always, if you get a moment, check out Orc and Squig, our fun little comic by my wife. And Patreon is free. You can join up and see the Orc and Squiggies comics. If you want to keep following along for updates when I'm not streaming on what's going on with the army, check me out on Blue Sky. Yeah, 22 minutes. I stream every Saturday, Sunday, and Mondays. 7 p.m. to 10 p.m. Central Time for more crafting. Lately, it's been Chaos Knight focus because I'm pushing to get the Chaos Knights done. Realistically, by the next stream, I'll probably be working on the last 2 armatures, which are going to be War Dogs. I have for the Chaos Knights. I will not be streaming Saturday, though, for it is the 4th of July and is our wedding anniversary. So it is a special day that I will spend time with the wife.
Yay.
Yeah, she's over there on the couch going, yay.
Yay.
So we will be doing that instead. But 32 years last week. Good gravy, Megaform. That is awesome.
Huzzah, Megaform!
Wife says, congratulations. And they can see these. We're going to be hitting 18 this year. 18 this week. So yeah. If you haven't, I appreciate a follow. If you haven't, but I think everyone here's followed, so no worries. We will have a great weekend, Mechaform. Thank you. And we get reservations Friday night because the restaurant we're going to, in a nice thing, is closing on the 4th. Let their employees have the day off. So we'll be going out Friday night for a nice dinner. And Saturday, if the weather is not shit, we'll be in the backyard, relaxing and enjoying the fireworks from everyone around us. If the weather is shit, then we'll be inside. I'll be attending this year, taking mine to Hawaii. Ooh, nice. Oh, thank you, Craig, for the follow. I appreciate that, sir. I love it. If you're... I am always here for... good gravy. Questions about how to fudge up your decals and get them on top of each other so they're almost impossible to separate.
Very specific. It's like you're actually...
Yeah, man. Fighting with this one now. See, it's all about the fight. You're fighting with your decals. There we go. But I've been doing this hobby since '94. So I always love hearing about new people. Appreciate the stream and insight. Absolutely. Appreciate you following and hanging out. I love hearing from new people and new perspectives. And yes, I've been doing this, stabbing myself with tweezers for a long time now. It freaking hurt. Things are sharp. I sit next to Warhammer. Oh, you sit next to somebody's painting Mechaform. Look at that. You'll have to convince him to come watch, and then we could talk about this. But yeah, I'm always learning new stuff, always seeing new stuff with the hobby. I mean, it's fresh right now with 11th. Yeah, and you met Heretic Scott. Heretic Scott is another regular that's very much into machining and stuff, so him and Mechaform started talking shop quickly. Well, and they actually spoke another language there for a few. Yeah, we got a fun group here, I say. Good. So now, once I get this, I've got 2 more decals to finish off this thing here. So this is where we're at with this. So you can see what that's looking like so far. So it's looking good. So I got 2 more to go on this thing. On that like chest plate. And then I'm going to put, of course, big decal on the banner here. I want to put some script on these 2 spots here, and then possibly some stuff in here. So I'm going to probably put a cast star in the middle, and then some script underneath this. So I'm thinking for that. And then, now that the decals are done, once the decals are done, I got those few to finish. Just grab this here, just to be a bit easier. The next step is the basing, which will be tomorrow. The resin pour for the base. And then I've got to paint the demons on the top of the Tyrant's Carapace here. The 3 blood letters. There's 3 of them. They're going to get painted up. That'll be probably during the week. And then it's on to final assembly. So, the final assembly is just gluing this guy mostly back together. Because there's a lot to get done. One more decal to go. It needs to be a skinny one. You see it. So NX1 will be perfect. And we'll be pretty much done with the Tyrant. This is the last big night at the moment. I have been toying with the idea of eventually picking up a Knight Lancer, because I have a very, I have a very custom design in mind, with giving him a giant chain axe instead of the lance, putting the shield on the back, making the shield full of chains. Yeah, we got a theme going. Absolute Mechaform, thank you for stopping by, sir.
Night, Megaform.
We will see you next week. I'm then thinking about a Knight Lancer because I can put the shield on the back. I've got the chains I used here. He says Night Minerva.
Yay.
I've got the chains. I can feed since the shield for the Lancer is this empty thing, so it's supposed to be an energy shield. I put the chains in between and make the whole thing like a shield of chains. Throw it on its back. And then I'd want to do an axe, a giant chain axe, where it's like two-handing it. That one's going to require some planning and making sure I've got what I need part-wise if I were to do it. Ooh, too much water on that. I always tell people to have fun with your armies. Make them very much yours. So you could do like red space wolves and be the red wolves. There we go. Oh, that took a while. A lot of work for that, but I think that pays off in dividends with the way this looks. So there you go. There's the chest plate with all the decals on it. So now once I'll coat this over in the Lamium medium, and then I'm going to hit it with shades and things to get the details back into the script, script thingy there. So, all right, that's enough of those crazy tiny ones. It takes so much time for such a small thing. So, anywho, I want to do a big red 8-pointed star for this thing right here. I got enough time to get that done, so it's going to be a cast iconography. Let's just do a regular 8-point star here. Alright, get that out. Get this all wet. So close on this. So we're almost done with this. Skates release. Onward. Come on. Come on, DKL, you can do it. Work with me. There we go, starting to release now. Okay, so put water up on the where it's going. Get that wet. Slowly work it off onto the tweezers. Like I said, the bigger ones are the mid-sized ones much easier to work with. Right there. Okay, here we go. Right there. I'm going to this Eye of Chaos script down here in red. Okay, get this one out. I think just a couple more to do. Getting there, we're almost done. Just need this one to release. Okay, get that off. Water on the spot where it's going. Okay, we're gonna use the Q-tip to kind of massage it into the shape. So there we go. It's a little shiny at the moment because it's wet. There we go. You get the whip pellet out, and I didn't even actually do any painting. All I did was decals today. A lot of painting to do tomorrow, though. Let's do a couple of these. this will probably be the last one I'm going to get done tonight. So that's not bad. I only have realistically just a couple more to do. If I get this one done, it'll be 1, 2, 3 more. So not bad at all. I think I got a lot. A lot of time-consuming progress. I mean, the decals just take forever. Pain in the butt. But there's no way I'm able to freehand this. I ain't got that level of skill. So. Yeah, man. Why don't you get to your release so I can. Yeah, man. Alright, so we're starting to release. Put the water on where I'm going to put it. Grab it. Alright. That one turned out good. So, yeah, I got a little eyeball over there. Now this, you can see the film from the decal, but that's just because I haven't hit it with the Lamy medium yet. Once I hit the medium, you won't be able to see that at all. And then afterwards, I'll be able to dry brush and do the detail work on that. So, I'm going to call it just, 3.5 minutes early. Let's put your tools away. Thank you, everybody, for sitting and hanging with me while we worked on decals. Lots and lots of decals. I did, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 13, 17, 21, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 30, 1, 2, 3, 33 decals. Sorry, no. 33, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 41, 2, 3. 43 decals. Which is a lot more than any of my knights have. Even the Rampager doesn't have that many. So, but appreciate you, everybody, hanging with me. Normally on Saturday, Sunday, Mondays. Won't be on this Saturday as it's a big day for wife and I. We'll be back on next Sunday. Probably be working on War Dogs or Armigers to be War Dog Executioners, because I'm pretty confident I'll have this Tyrant finished throughout the week. You can follow me at Producer Son and Blue Sky. And the link's right there in the chat. That is the way to watch this stuff off stream, because I'll be posting every day as I get stuff done. And then always, please take a moment, check out Orchid Squig. Link's there. And with that, I will say goodnight to you all and say have a happy and safe 4th. And I'll see you all in a bit.